Hello everyone, I am the Fudge 3004. I'd like to welcome you to Valheim, or Valheim, or Valheim, whatever it's called. I just call it Valheim. This is a game on Steam. It's $19.99. It is a low poly game. It will take about a gig to download, maybe a tiny bit more. It's not a very big game in all honesty, and it's a pretty good game. It has some unique characteristics with it. It is a survival crafting game, just so you know. Of course, that's all the games that I do. It's actually a fairly popular game right now. A lot of people are playing it, and a lot of people are doing videos on it and streaming it and whatever. So this is my take on Valheim, and I'd like to get into this and show you some of the things that I have learned about this. I've been playing with my friend that I play Empyrean with. He has been showing me some of this, so that way I can kind of understand it a little bit. So when I start playing this, I can at least have an idea of what I'm doing. I have done a little bit. I built a little place and put in a crafting bench and did a little hunting and gathering. And that's pretty much all that I have done before I started playing with him. Him and I started a server on here, and I'll show you that pretty quickly. And we were going around, and we defeated the first boss, and we started mining tin and copper and doing stuff like that. Went to the Black Forest and defeated some skeletons and different things like that. So let's go ahead and get into this. Let's go ahead and start a game. So I have some other characters, like I said, that I have played. This is the one that I started with. This is the one that I was playing with my friend with. But I want to go and start up a new character. And I want them to be female. And I want them to have... Let me go see if I can find it. I thought I was recording an episode, but I wasn't. And so I am starting this again. I want to have her to have a long ponytail like that. I think that looks good. Let's take this and let's turn her hair to black. So that way that looks really nice. That's nice long black hair. Okay, that is going to be her. The skin tone I don't think is really going to matter. We can make bright or dark or whatever. I'm just going to kind of keep that somewhere in the middle. And let's go ahead and enter the name. The name for this person is going to be Michelle. I think that's a good name for her. That will work. Once you do that, you can press done. And now you have this person. Now, this game uses a cloud save. So after you get done playing, you need to wait for a few minutes for it to save to the cloud. And that way you can start on any world with any character. If I want to, I can select this character, which has some a lot better stuff, and play. But I would much rather start with a character that doesn't have anything and work my way up so I can show you some of this stuff and we can do this together from the beginning. Let's go to start. Now you can do this. I actually want to remove that. Let's move DFJ world. Yes. And if you wanted to start a server with your friends and you don't know how to set a server up or anything, it's super easy. You just go to Start Server, click on that, put in your server password, and invite your friends, or they can find it under Join Game. Okay, these are a couple of other worlds that we have been playing on, and what I want to do is I'm not going to start a server. Let's go and do New, and you probably saw the name of the world that I have. I'm just going to go ahead and redo that. Let's do the Fudge Land. How's that? We'll do to Fudge Land. Okay, this is the seed that it is, and if you wanted to, of course, play on the same world, you can do that. Just copy that seed. Let's go ahead and get into this and see what this is all about. Get that done, and let's start. Long ago, the All-Father Odin united the worlds and threw down his foes and cast them into the 10th world, then split the boughs that held their prison to the world tree and left it to drift unanchored, a place of exile. For centuries, this world slumbered uneasily, but it did not die. As glacial ages passed, kingdoms rose and fell out of sight of the gods. When Odin heard his enemies were growing strong again in strength, he looked to the Midgard and sent his Valkyries to scour the battlefields for the greatest of their warriors. Dead to the world, they would be born again in Valheim. Alright, so when you start the game, you are carried by a gigantic bird. And they're gonna go to the spawn place. You can see we're up above a forest of sorts. And I do believe we cannot scroll in or out. So we just have to kind of go along for the ride for a quick minute. We can turn and look all around just by using the mouse, but we can't really go any which direction but the keyboard or anything. Let me know if the sound is too loud. I can adjust it for the next video if you just let me know in the comments section. That would be great. And here we are. This is our spawn place. This is a third-person game. I am scrolled all the way out now. I'm scrolled all the way in there. It'll always be third person over the right shoulder. Just so you know, and out about that far is generally pretty good. This is our guide in this world. This is Hugin. Hi, Hugin. Welcome to the 10th world, warrior. I am Hugin, sent here to guide you on your travels. The megaliths surrounding you are the sacrificial stones. They represent the Forsaken, which you must slay in order to ascend to Valhalla. Okay. Then he's back and he says this home is Vegvisor. These magical stones were scattered throughout the lands of Odin as signposts pointing toward the ritual grounds of the Forsaken. If inspected closer, this one will reveal the summoning place of Eikthyr, your first prey. He is a mighty beast, so you need to properly arm yourself before even attempting to defeat him. So let's go ahead. The Vegvisor Eikthyr register location. That is where Eikthyr is. So if you want to know, you can right click on it and it will disappear, or you can just left click on it, it will put an X on it, and if you double click you can permanently mark it, but we don't really need to do any of that right now. And this middle thing, ping, what I can do is I can click on Eiktyr's location. It will do that, and for a short little bit, it will have that ping right there. And then that will disappear, so you know which direction you need to be heading. These are the sacrificial stones. Basically, these are the enemies that you have to defeat, the gods or whatever. And you put something on these hooks, and we will find out about that when we go. So for right now, what I'm going to do is pick up this stuff around here, and then we will begin getting into this and seeing about these. This is the first one, sacrificial stone. Read. His antlers are branches of iron. They crack the rocks and bring down the mountains. His hooves are the sound of thunder. His voice is a howling gale. This is the first one. This is Eikthyr, and we have to do something with that there. So that's going to be a while in the future. It's not going to happen right away, that is for sure. There are enemies here, like little trolley type dudes or whatever, little ogres, I guess. I don't know what they are. They're little pests is what they are. There's one thing you need to know up in the upper right. So we can go to here and you can see up here it's going to say meadows. If you look right up here in the upper right, it says meadows up there. We need to be able to watch that map very closely because we don't want to go into areas that we're not ready for, like the Black Forest. So my friend and I have played, as I have said, and we did some stuff. We got to the point where we have the pick, which we'll find out about later on. I don't really want to reveal too much right away because, you know, that kind of ruins things. I want to go with this with you and show you the things that I've learned here. And there's a strong probability that you will teach me things too. Now, as far as I know, we can chop down a tree with our hands or fists if we really want to. But this is the slow way of doing it. And there's that yellow bar down right by his rear end. That is the stamina bar. So that's going to tell you how much he can do. And that's one of the things you really need to watch out for. So that opened up new stuff. We can do a stone axe, hammer, and a torch. Let's go and craft a stone axe. That's really kind of important. And that will go on number 2. Sweet. Now we have a stone axe. Now we can go up to these trees and just begin cutting these down super easy and super fast. When you have this wood fall down, let me go ahead and chop down this guy. Sometimes you may not pick it up right away. You can always press E to pick things up. Like, let's say the stone. From here, then I can pick it up also. And as you saw, if I just run over it, it will pick it up. Once I do this, then I can just automatically pick it up. Okay, Hugin is over here. Let's go talk to him again. Hello, Hugie. Let's take stock of your inventory. Most items must be crafted. However, due to your recent departure from Midgard, you will have to recall the true shape of objects. Just pick things up and it will all come back to you, I'm sure. My lesser brother, Munin, tells me that one can fashion a stone axe out of wood and stone. Well, I already did it. You're too late to the party. Too bad, Hugin. Too bad. You should have been faster. But if you want to know, you can also, read this stuff for yourself, and that way you can know too. It's going to be good to chop down a lot of this stuff so we can get branches, because we're going to need those anyway. We got to craft a lot of different things. The yellow stuff right here is resin. That comes from the trees. And one thing to know is going down a hill can be very treacherous, and it can be extremely hard to get back up, like these steep places like this. You want to make sure to avoid that, because you can see right here that I'm not getting up it very easy. So press Control to crouch. That's what I'm doing, and it will take stamina to move around, just so you know. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to sneak up behind this deer, and we're going to attack this deer. Uh-oh, here's an enemy. Uh-oh. I don't have stamina. So if you hit these guys 3 times, if possible, then you will take them out super easy. And they blow up like that, and you can pick up their resources. Excuse me. Let me know what you think about this. Let me know if the sound is too loud, if it isn't loud enough, whatever. And I can make the proper adjustments. We need to go around and find some sort of food somewhere. Let's go and put that guy down. And let's go out this way. So this is the meadows, and we don't really need to pick up dandelions right now. We can get that stuff later. I am looking around for little bushes, and these bushes are going to have berries on them that we can eat. We need to have a lot of food in our inventory, so let's go see what we can find. See, getting up and down off the hills can be a real problem. I'm going to wander around for a little bit, and you can find these stones from time to time too. And if you do, you need to probably read them. They're good things to read. Give thanks to Frey for the rain and sun, for the shoots that break the earth's skin and the fruits of the vine. Give thanks to Odin for the flesh and bone, the smoke from the cooking fire, the warm pelt, and the strength of your arm. So it's kind of, Nordic type lore and all that kind of stuff. Or Norse, I should say, type lore. All that kind of stuff. It's very interesting. It has some very interesting stuff with the game. And we have to watch our crafting weight. We only have 300, and we will move really slow and run out of stamina, and then we can't move. So do keep that in mind in case you are playing this. It's kind of very important to know that. I still haven't found what I'm looking for. And no, not the U2 song, so, I don't want any comments about, how I'm copying U2 or anything. The band U2, not U2. Alright, this is what we're looking for. Raspberries. Let's go get this. And we have, okay, there's Hugin. Let's go talk to him for a quick minute. A tasty morsel. You have found a snack. Consume it to improve your health and stamina. Be aware that before long you will grow hungry, so try to always have at least a couple of different meals ready. I hear an enemy somewhere. Enemies start right away, but they're low tier enemies, and hopefully we can avoid them and keep away from them fairly easy. Let's go and eat one of those. We can only eat one at a time of one kind, and then we have to find another kind to eat. There are raspberries, there are mushrooms, and then there is meat from like deer and other critters. hopefully we'll meet some of the other critters here. So I was going to attack that deer, but you already know what happened there. The dude came for us. This dude right here. Hey, buddy, how are you? Let me show you what happens. 3 consecutive hits, and you can take them out super easy. Try to keep that in mind if you are playing this or interested in playing this. Let's gather some more wood. We're going to need it anyway. And when you do knock stuff down, there will be a slight glow around it, sparkles, so you know that something is there. Alright, proof skill run 1. Hey, buddy. Q. Got him. His stuff is fine. I don't mind picking up his stuff, but that's not exactly what I want to be, you know, spending all of my time doing. Let's go see if we can find some other stuff to take out. Now, scrolling out is always a good thing, too, because you can see for quite a ways around you, and that's always good. This is as far as it scrolls out, and this is as close as it gets. I believe I said that earlier, but I just wanted to reiterate that. And there are lots of these stones around. We may have already read this one. I don't know. Let's go find out. Blue-eyed shufflers in muck. The neck are small lizards native to Valheim. Surly and mean-spirited, they will attack on sight and must be destroyed like vermin. They stay near water because the creatures of the land loathe and abhor them. Yet no creature is all bad. Their tails are delicious. So that's something that we can do, is we can go get some neck. Very interesting little creatures. They are pests more than anything, and they will attack you. Everything in here will attack you except for the deer. They'll run from you. You do gotta watch your stamina. And because we're so low level, we don't have a lot of stamina yet. That tree looks dangerous. Trees will hurt you if they fall on you. Try to keep that in mind. And I'm also looking for something else. I'm looking for a place that we can turn into our home. And they do exist. We can find them. It's just we gotta find where what is. Generally down by the water, there should be some places around, and those birds we can hunt, but we need a bow and arrow to get them. Let's go down by the water. There are some resources down here we can get to. That's flint. And I'm going to go up to one and show you what it looks like. This is what flint looks like right there. It is a whitish substance. There's one right up here. You can see that's a stone, I guess. They're whitish substances, and they're good for making flint arrows, which we cannot do right now. Let's look, another runestone. Let's go read this one. Heed these words of Ulf, a poor settler in a strange land. You will find here good stone and wood. All you need to build a house. You will need to craft a roof to keep out the rain. Then you will need walls to stop the roof from falling down. Finally, you must have a door or it will be much harder to go in and out. These things Ulf has learned for himself. Now he writes them on the stone to help others. Pray Odin for his soul. There is some more. I'm always going to gather this stuff. You can go out in the water, just don't venture too far, because you can't swim for very long when you first start, or at all. So we're not going to swim to those islands. They're just way too far away. That sound is a neck. Let's go see if we can find one. Hey, look, a neck. Hey, a boar. 2 boars, huh? Let's get out our trusty axe. Let's go get some neck. Sweet, we just got the neck tail. This is what the flint looks like. That's a perfectly good example. And the boars you definitely want to watch out for. They are dangerous little critters, and they will attack you on sight. Cool. So now we have a little bit of meat that we can get. How much is our weight? 108. We really do got to watch our weight. Not Weight Watchers, just weight. Not W-A-I-T, as in wait for a minute. Oh, okay, I'm not going to gather any more flint, because you do got to be careful. Hi, buddy! 3 hits, and it generally takes them out really good. Okay, leather scraps and boar meat. Let's go see about this one. Boar! Sweet boar trophy. Oh, hey, look, fence. Cool, so this would be a nice place to set up a garden or something. Still trying to find a place to go to for a house. I don't know if we're going to find one. We may just have to end up building one, which is fine. We can always do that. And there is a deer. Let's go see about sneaking up on him and see if we can get him, huh? Let's get our stamina all the way up. Let's go ahead and eat another bite. Okay, you ready? Let's go. Charge! Got it! Now we got all kinds of stuff. So we've taken out our first deer. How do you like that? I'm hoping we'll be able to find a place because there are shelters on occasions around. So that's what I'm looking for, really. It looks like we could probably dig up places like this, but we need a pick. And we can't do that now, not for a while. And we do got to watch our map to make sure we don't go into bad areas. Some of the areas are going to be really bad. There's a boar. Let's go take him out. Come here, Borzikin. Sweet. Come here, Borzikin. Sweet. Take him out all fast. That's what we want. Ooh, sweet. Look at that, look at that, look at that. It is a start. It isn't going to be very much, but it will be a place to start at. Let's open it up. Let's go take a look. Well, this will be a good beginning place. I can tell you that much for sure. We do need to definitely see about fixing it up a little bit. It's going to be a little small to start, but I'm sure we can find another place. Okay, let's go to here and let's make a hammer. We need this to build stuff with. Craft. Hammer's on number 3, and there's Hugin. Let's go and drop it, and let's go talk to him. Excuse me. Where did Hughie go? Oh, there he is. Hi, Hughie. You have crafted a hammer. With this tool, you'll raise mighty halls and towering fortifications. Start by building a workbench. This, in turn, will enable you to construct other things. So they will tell you when it's going to save the world. As you saw, it said world saved 30 seconds. Let's just go in here and let's build a workbench and put it right over there, I think. Let's go to number 3. And then right click. And you want to go to miscellaneous, crafting. There's the workbench. Takes 10 wood at the crafting station. And let's just go ahead. It's going to turn red when it cannot be in a place. So let's go ahead and we'll do that right there. If we can make it go back a little bit and in right there. That looks pretty good to me right there. Then it'll automatically build it. Now we gotta go talk to him again. You have built a workbench. Your workbench allows you to craft complex items, as well as giving you access to lots of building pieces. You can see them scrolling by right now to construct with the hammer. Okay, so there's gonna be a lot of stuff scrolling by. Now what I need to do is go to 3 and right click, building, and let's go ahead and see about putting in a thatch roof 26 degrees. Use your mouse wheel and it will turn it for you. And actually, I'm thinking that might be the wrong one. You know that? Yes, it is. So we'll use the 45-degree one. There we go. And you could really like slide these up and down and stuff. They can go in different places. They don't have to snap to each other, but you can do that. This one is going to be backwards, and so we're going to flip him around just by scrolling the mouse wheel, and we'll stick him right there. And then we'll go get out of 3. Once you have the workbench built, go to E. The workbench station is too exposed. Okay, so what that means is we probably ought to repair this. Let's go to number 3. And let's just go ahead and let's just put in that roof. Well, maybe what we should do is take out this roof right here first. Let me get out of here. Now I'm going to take this out real quick, I hope. I wonder if I can do that with, I think I can use the middle mouse button. Okay, cool. That got rid of the ceiling. So now I can put that ceiling in right there. Go out of 3. Let's get out our axe or our torch for a second. Be wary of the weather. When the temperature drops at night or if you're wet, you will suffer from being cold. This reduces your stamina regeneration. Seeking shelter by an open flame is your best option when this happens. When this raspberry thing is flashing, that means you can have another bite. There are several things to eat here. There are mushrooms and, of course, the meat, as you saw, because you saw the different forms of meat. Just going to get this out, and let's go inside. Okay, let's go see if we can... It's still too exposed, is it, huh? Maybe we should move it in a little bit, huh? Let's go to 3. That tears it down. And then let's just go ahead and rebuild the crafting station. And let's move it in a little bit more to try to help ourselves out, huh? Okay, let's try. There we go. Finally, I think it was just too far out the wall. This thing right here will repair everything. So what we're going to do is click on that, and it's going to repair everything that is damaged. Okay. We have that. Now, we're going to have to repair these walls for sure. I can tell you that much. But for right now, I guess we just got to kind of wait out the night. It's going to be a long night. We don't really have a fire or anything, but I think we'll be okay. Chop down this tree. Probably just going to get rid of these guys too. Okay. So now we have a bit of wood, 10 of 50. You probably need more than that. The more stamina you have and the more health you have, the better off you're going to be, of course, like any game. There we go. Help make it a little bit easier for you to see as well. Sorry, it's so dark. I don't think about always taking out the torch. Alright. What we need to do is build a bed and put that somewhere in here. So maybe we can put the bed up over here or something. We'll see. Let's go to number 3. Furniture. Bed, and we can just turn it like that, and then we can scroll it in right like that, right there. Okay, what do you want, Yugi? A headrest for the weary. Sleep the night away in your bed or waken feeling refreshed and full of energy. Another improvement to your home would be some chests where you can store items. It is good practice to always have some spare equipment. If something unfortunate should happen to you while exploring, claim the bed, and then let's go ahead and sleep. bed needs a nearby fire. Okay, we have our torch, but that doesn't matter. We have to actually have a fire. Let's do this. What I'm going to do is go to 3. Building. I'm going to put up a wall right here, like this. And I'm just going to stick that guy right there like that. It's going to look a little funky, but I think it should work. And I'm going to turn around like that, so the outside is facing like that. And then let's go ahead and put in a roof right there. It's going to look different. I know it is, but it's just going to have to work for us for the night. And then maybe what I can do is put in something like this right here or something. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know what I'm doing here yet. That ain't going to work. Let me see about another roof piece if I can do this. Okay. Yeah, I'll just stick another one of these guys in over here. It's going to look funky, but for right now, it will have to do. Okay. That will work. That will do. Boy, that's crooked. Oh, well, that's okay. That'll work. Miscellaneous. Fire. Let's stick that guy right there. Now, you have to be careful with the fire. It has to be underneath roof, or the rain will make it go out. Okay. And now, when we come in here, now we can rest. Good night. You dream of a great tree reaching out through the night. One half of its branches crackle with flames. The others are green with leaves. That was a dream, in case you didn't know, and I didn't know. I just knew that I saw that when I was playing, because I have played this, like I said, a little bit. Okay, it is now morning, so the moon is going down and the sun is coming up. What we need to do for sure is, let's go to crafting, and let's put in a cooking station. Put that right over the campfire. Now, any meat that we have on us, we're going to stick on there. We're going to wait for that to cook up. Let's just go and sit down. And let's get some good resting up. Our comfort is good. It's at 1, but it can be a lot better. And this will make a hissing sound once everything is cooked up. Okay, should be doing that momentarily. There'll also be a slight flare. So now we have that, and let's go and cook up 2 more pieces. How much do we have left? We have a little bit. Let's go ahead and eat that, and we're going to eat that. You can see this bar now went up quite a ways. Now we can only eat 2 different pieces. We need like a vegetable, a fruit, and a meat. So try to keep that in mind. Of course, if you want to add wood to the fire, just press E and you'll add wood. Okay. You can move and you'll stand back up. I want to go looking around a little bit, and let's go to here first. And I want to mark this as my home. M. That's the bed. And I'm going to double click on the left mouse button. And then I can do this. Base. So for right now, that's going to be our base. Press enter and we have a marker. And then we can ping it when we want to come back home. And with the thing over the campfire, it's going to protect it when it rains, and that's always very important. Alright. There's a boar over there. Let's go take him out and get some more stuff. Charge! Good. Look, deer. Let's go see if we can get ourselves a little bit more deer. We're going to need the deer hide anyway. If the deer see you, they will run away. So you got to be very careful with that. Okay. Now, one deer already saw us because we stood up to hit this guy. But eventually he will come back down again. It will just take a while. Let's go see if we can get another neck or two. Oh. We can chase him around, but he's much faster than us and always will be. So we're just going to have to wait for him to cool down. Sweet. Alright, we can also make a raft to get around. It is kind of weak. My friend and I made one and it got destroyed by the necks, if you can believe that. These little twerpy dudes destroyed it. It was kind of crazy. You know, what I really want to do is find a better place to have as a base, because that's not a bad place, but it could be so much better. Okay, now probably ought to repair my stuff here again soon, but for right now we're doing okay. Let's go get some more raspberries. Let me know what you think about this. This is actually a very interesting game. I do enjoy it. I don't know a lot about it right now. So, like you, I am learning about it. And we have a guy coming for us, so let's go ahead and get him. Where are you going to, bud? You afraid of us or what? Ah, don't you dare hit us. Don't you dare hit a lady. Hold it. Don't you dare hit a lady. There we go. Is that better? Alright. Well, we have our first place. We have some of our first equipment. Let's go to here. And let's make a club. That would be a good thing too. We got that. We do have a lot of wood, so we can have that. And everything will go into the slots, which is always nice, so we can get out our club or our axe or our hammer or whatever. And I do believe that we can turn them around too. I think the deer already saw us. If you're new to the channel and you like what you see here, please consider subscribing. And if you like what you see on this video, drop a like on it. That would help out a lot. That really helps YouTube to know, that this is something that others should watch as well. And I am going to go see if I can get one more deer, and then we will call this good. Got her. There are male and female deer, so you'll run across the bucks every now and then. Got a deer trophy. And we also need these. These are something that we're going to have to use to get our first boss. That's still quite a ways away. We got to get 10 of those to do that. I really would like to find some mushrooms because I'm kind of not too sure how long I can keep on going with this stuff, because the more you have, the better off you are. Let's go ahead and head back home for right now, and I'm going to middle click, ping on it, and then we can see which way we need to go. Hopefully we'll find some mushroom along the way. That would be good. In fact, that would probably be great if we did, and that would be for the best. Hey, a boar. We need to let our stamina rebuild. Charge! Cool. Now we got quite a few scraps. We got 7 boar scraps. That's the leather, and that's always good. Excuse me. I think that's our little place. Looks like, looks like there may be another little place over here. There might be a better place over here. I don't know if there is. We may consider moving over to here. Looks like there might be. Or is that our... Wait, what was that over there? This is our place. What the heck? So there's that gosh awful roof that I made. But I guess it will work. Alright, well this has been a lot of fun. I thank you for joining me here. If you had a good time, I am glad I had a wonderful time. Climbing up on there is kind of hard to do. Wait for this. I'm going to sit down for a minute, and you can get smoked out, just so you know. Let's just go ahead and get this stuff cooked up. Okay, good. I don't believe we can eat anything else. We can let the meat will not rot, so we don't have to worry about that. We just need to make sure we have enough on us. Alright, this is Valheim. We have a little tiny place set up. I'm sure we can get a better place as time goes. We can probably swim across this little area, but going out to far islands is not going to work because you will run out of stamina, so try to keep that in mind. And one thing to note too, if there are cattails across water, that means that it's not very deep and you can most likely get across there. So do keep that in mind. Running skill improved 7. Good. Hey, look, a boar. Let's go get this one. Got him. Okay, good. And again, there will be sparkles if stuff gets dropped, so do keep that in mind. And later on, there will be worse enemies as we go. We gotta go to different places to find those worst enemies. Nice. Cool. Alright, I'm gonna head back home. World save in 30 seconds. Let's go to M and let's find our base. It's over that way. The good thing with the ping. Okay, when you don't feel rested, you do run. Oh, nice. Mushroom. That's what I was looking for. All right. Let's eat a mushroom. There we go. Now it's going to help us having more stamina and health. Sweet. I was hoping for that. What I may do is see about building a better place or even looking around for a place that we can make into our own that's going to be a little bit bigger. So thank you for joining me here. You have a good day, and we will talk to you next time. Bye-bye.